Hey guys, this is Shane. So I wanted to make this video for like a year ago. Because I feel like I added some of my characters. I didn't want to make this video because I don't want you guys to steal my characters and say that I made this character and stuff. So I'm gonna tell you about my characters. But first, let's start off about what the show is going to be called. The show is going to be called The Issue. It's going to be a book first, but once it gets popular, I'm going to turn the book into a movie. Once the movie get popular, I might turn it into a TV show. So I would say book first / movie. So let me tell you what the book / movie is going to be called. It's going to be called The Issue. And this will be the name logo of it. Yes, it's going to be green. Yes. All right, let's get started. Okay, I wouldn't say this book might become a movie, and then after people like it, it's going to be a show. Well, I could just make those things on Flip and post it on YouTube because I don't think I can make my own company. I want to make my own company, even though like a year ago I said, when I grow up, I want to work for Nickelodeon because they had shows I grew up like SpongeBob and stuff. But right now, think about that. I was like, you know what? How about I make my own TV company and take it from there. So yeah. All right. Let's talk about what this story is going to be about. So this story about the issue is about a boy named Himson. He lives with his mom. Her name is Sierra. Sierra grounded, whatever you want to call it. Grounded Himson because he got suspended from school for fighting a kid. But the kid started to make him mad, and he has really bad anger issues, and he couldn't help it because the kid wouldn't leave him alone. So he got punished. He asked, Sierra said he can't have no TV, he can't play video games. He just has to do the only thing he can just do is read a book, chores, and just take a nap, which he did. He just read a book, but he wasn't off the hook yet. When Sierra picked him up from school when he was suspended, they went home, and then Sierra told him that you're gonna write sentences of "I would not fight a kid" a lot of times. And then he was like, okay. Like, he didn't care. He didn't throw a fit. He didn't get mad. He just did what his mom told him to do because he respected his mom. So he did what he was supposed to do. And then Sierra told him that I'll let you know when you can stop writing. And then like a minute ago, she told him that he could stop writing. And he stopped writing. So then he went to his room and just chill, just read a book and draw. He's a good drawer because he didn't have nothing to do. He can't watch TV, he can't play games, and he can't have his tablet. So then when Sierra was off work, she asked Himson at night to mow the lawn. Himson didn't want to because how is he going to see? He didn't want to mow the lawn at night and it's dark out and it's cold out. But Sierra said, grab a flashlight, grab a coat, and do it. And that was kind of his punishment. He was like, no, I'm not doing it because it's cold outside. I don't want to freeze to death. I'm tired. You said the only thing I can do is just chill in my room, read a book, and sleep. But Sierra told him he had to write sentences. So she is giving him a punishment. Sierra said, I don't care. Do what I told you to do. I'm your mother. Then he was like, no. Then she was like, okay, you want me to add a longer punishment to that? Because I can do that. And Himson's like, I don't care. And then Sierra was like, okay, I added a longer punishment. Then he keeps talking back to her. She keep adding more punishments, longer punishments. That's when they got into an argument with each other. And then and then him was like, I'm not doing it. And then Sierra's like, that's fine. You're grounded for a week, like 3 weeks. Then she went to her room. And Himson didn't have to mow the lawn and do anything of that because Sierra added a longer punishment for like a week. He got mad, and then once she left, he was like, I don't deserve to be on punishment for what? For fighting a kid? It was the kid's fault. He's a bully anyway. It's not my fault. He's a bully. I'm a nice kid. I'd be good at school. It's not my fault. So then he was mad. I was like, that's it. You know what? I'm running away, and I'm never coming back to this home again because my mom is wrong for what she did, and I don't think what she did is right. I feel like she hates me. So then he had a plan. So when it was nighttime, Sierra told Himson to go to bed. He put on his pajamas. He went to sleep. And he turned off the lights, turned his fan on, listened to calming music while he goes to sleep. But here's the thing: he was pretending to go to sleep. So yeah. So when Sierra went to her room, she went to sleep. Like actually, she went to sleep. So then Himson was waiting for her to go to sleep. So then he got off his bed slowly because his bed make a lot of noise like that. Then he tiptoed to his door. He opened his door and tried to check up if his mom was asleep. She was actually asleep. So then he was like, that's the perfect plan for me to run away. I can run away now. So then he went back to his room, closed the door, and packed all his stuff. He turned on his light, turned the fan off, and then he started packing his stuff while his mom was asleep. He wrote a note to her. Yes, he wrote a note to her and about why I ran away and why you don't see me. And then he put it, I remember he put it on the desk or the bed. I'm sorry. I drew a lot of papers and it's so hard to keep track of which one I do. And also, guys, I was rushing on this stuff because I really want you guys to see it. I like it when you guys like my drawing videos, and sometimes when I draw, I kind of rush, and I shouldn't. I should be taking my time on it, but I really wanted to show you this, guys, because I care about my subscribers. I care about people who watch my videos. So, anyways, he wrote a note, placed it somewhere in his room so she can see it, put on his coat, and this would be his coat color, by the way, in the animation, like for the book, not animation for like, it can be the color for the book or animation for the movie or show. Yeah, that's his color, his coat color, and his backpack color. And yeah, he packed his stuff, got out of his room, tiptoed quietly. Oh yeah, he also brought his school supplies. So when his suspension is over, he can go back to school. So he escaped his mom's house, and he never looked back and just kept running. He stopped running because he was out of breath and started walking. He realized it was scary now, so he had to find a place. He had to find like cover. He found one. Luckily, he found one, and he went to sleep from there, even though he was cold. He didn't bring a blanket. He just brought a book bag, and yeah, he went to sleep. The next day, it was morning. A worker who had like a working hat, he saw him, he was like, "Wake up, kid, wake up!" And then he wake up, and he was like, and the worker was like, "Get out of here, kid, get out of here!" Then Himson got scared, he ran, and then he was like, "I gotta find a home. I can't be living outside, because besides it's cold out. It's cold out here." So he tried to find houses and neighborhoods. He knocked on somebody's door and asked him, "Can I stay in here?" They was all confused. I was like, "Why is this kid asking me that?" They slammed the door and said no, and they don't let him in because that's weird. You shouldn't be doing that. So then, he was lucky. He found one house that would actually let him in. There was this adult man. When Himson knocked, adult man opened the door. He said, "Hi, how can I help you?" And then Himson was like, I know this may sound weird, but can I stay at your house? It's cold outside and stuff." I was like, sure, but I kind of don't trust you because I don't want you snooping around my house. I was like, "It's fine. It's fine. I can leave." He was like, No, you can stay here. He was like, "How old are you, kid?" And I was like, and he was like, and Himson was like, "I'm 13 years old." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he asked Himson, "What's your name?" And then Himson said Himson. And then he was like, "Okay, sure, go ahead. You don't even look rude anyway." So he let him in. And then that's when he saw those other characters that I made. And the other characters were confused. They was like, "What is this random kid doing at our house? We don't know him." So yeah. Then, when it was morning, at home, when Sierra was asleep, she woke up. She woke up from her sleep. Then she went to go check on Himson. To apologize for being too harsh on him. She realized he wasn't in his room. She was trying to find him, but he was nowhere. He was nowhere. But then she saw the letter that Himson wrote. She read the letter, and I forgot what it said. I'm gonna go back and see what it said. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to keep up on what I drew and stuff because I drew like a lot. It took like weeks to do this. And yes, I rush on this. So I rush, sorry, not rush. I rush on this. So I'm sorry, guys. But I'll tell you what it says. Even though you can't see it, I'll tell you. Let me go get it. All right, guys. Sorry I paused it. I just show you what it said. But once she saw the letter, she was sad. She was worried. She was crying. She went to her room, changed her clothes, and then when she changed her clothes, she grabbed her keys. She went in the car and went and searched for him while she was crying and scared. While Himson was at their house, the stranger's house that he don't know, and they were actually taking good care of him. They take him to school, and they actually feed him. They let him watch movies, play games with them. They kind of treat Himson like their own kids, and he's liking it. So that's what my story is. Himson's mother, Sierra, is looking for him while he's just chilling at a stranger's house. He don't know it, but they're taking good care of him. And and he's going to school too once his suspension was up. And all right, I'm done telling you what's my story about. Now let's explain what my characters are. Let's start with my main character, the one that is very important to me, the one and only, and is the main character, Himson. So Himson Fun fact: he was inspired by me. Um, Even though I'm black and he's white, but the reason I made him white is because I was gonna make a character that looks like me and acts like me, but I was like, you know what? That character already looks like me, so how about I just make a character that doesn't have the same skin color or same hair as me, and still acts like me, so I don't feel like I'm alone. And I just feel like the stuff I do is just stupid and weird, and people don't like me for it. But once I made him sin, I feel I feel not alone. So yeah. So him sin, he's cool. He's nice. He's respectful. He gets mad easily. He likes to fling with his string. He loves strings. Um, this would yeah. Um, I did a model of what he'll look like when like looking right, looking like in the straight, left, what he looks like looking back behind him, and yeah, he likes to draw. He's creative. He's funny. Um, he's easily triggered. Uh, yeah, and another fun fact. His name. Yes, his name was inspired by Jim Henson. Yeah, the dude who created Kermit the Frog, Muppets, etc. So I took Jim's last name Henson, and I changed it up. And I was like, you know what? That last name sound cool. So how about it remind me of two words, him, which is a boy, and son, which means a boy who is the son of the mother or the father. And that's like that would be a genius name for him because he's a boy, and he's a son because he's a boy, a little boy. So I got those names together, and that's how his name was made. Yep. And also, I did not inspire him to look like Morty, Rick and Morty, Lincoln Loud from the Loud House, and Charlie Brown from the Peanuts. So, yeah. And this is his color. This is his color. And I know he looks like a Simpson. The skin color looks like a Simpsons color. When I animate it is not gonna be his color. The reason I made it yellow is because I don't have a tan I don't have a tan color for a white person. I just had it yellow, and I just like, you know what, let's just stick with that. I wish I had a tan so he would look like more white person, but I didn't. But he's not gonna look like that like when I animate him and the characters. So every character you see that I made that is yellow, that lets you know they're white, but that's not gonna be their color. They're not gonna look like a Simpsons character. So yeah, there's some characters who are black, like brown, actual brown, like me. Um, so yeah. So yeah, I think that's all you need to know about Himson. Oh yeah, he's good at he's good at defending himself. He's good at fighting and stuff. When a bully picks on him, he beats them up. When a bully starts to fight, like punch him first, like throw the first punch, he beats him up too, and he still wins. Like he's tough. He's very tough. He's strong. He got muscles. So yeah. And I did an evolution of me drawing him his design, like when I first made him. So here it is, and the only thing that is different is the socks. I changed the socks, like it was gonna be shorter or like kind of between the middle of his legs. It's kind of like SpongeBob, but his legs was not inspired by SpongeBob, and yeah.
Alright, next character, Clennard. He's 7 years old. This is his color. So Clennard, fun fact, he was inspired by my little cousin, because I love my little cousin. He's energetic. Well, I wouldn't say energetic. He's cool. He likes teasing his sister. He's two sisters and Himson when Himson shows up, but he likes teasing and getting under Himson's skin a lot because Himson is the most easily angered person, and then when he flips out, Clennard just likes to laugh. But he's not a bully. He loves Himson and he loves his sisters. He's just a little kid, you know. Little kids sometimes they be troublemakers. So I don't even know why. Looking at my character, he looks like a human version of Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine, but he was not inspired by Bendy. He was inspired by my cousin. My cousin had black hair, and he's white. He's cool. He plays sports. He likes to tease his sisters, like I said, and Himson. And yeah. Oh yeah, and the reason why he likes teasing his sisters and making Himson mad is because he was bored. He was just bored. But when he saw Himson, he felt happy and not bored anymore. And even though he teases Himson, like I said, he still loved him, like I said. He see Himson as a brother. Him and his sister see him as a brother when Himson arrived at their house. And they treat him with respect. Next character is Illy. She's 6 years old, and this is her color. Illy, she's nice, she's sweet, she's funny. She likes to ballet dance. And I got that name from a Loud House character named Lily. Yes, the baby. But I don't want her name to be the same name as her. Because my mom told me, when I make a show or a character, you can't have the same name of the character because they're going to sue you, and that's copywriting, which is correct. So I replaced the L of Lily, and her name is Illy. Even though it sounds like she's sick, but no, that's just her name. And fun fact about Lily, not Lily, Illy. She was inspired by my other little cousin, right here in this picture, when she met SpongeBob. Right there. And I added Crocs. Yeah, in the pilot version, if you guys don't know what a pilot version is, a pilot for like a show, a pilot is like you're making the character and you're testing it to see how it will go, and then once you're done making the pilot and you want to make the actual show, you added a few changes in it. For example, SpongeBob had one. His name was actually going to be SpongeBoy Ahoy, but some company already took that name, so the creator had to change it up. And another example, Rugrats. Yes, Rugrats had a pilot. Tommy Pickles in a pilot. I forgot what. I think he was supposed to. No, in the pilot, Chucky Finster and Angelica was not there. The only characters that appeared in it was Tommy, Phil and Lil, and Spike, and that's it. Not Chucky and Angelica, because they didn't appear in the pilot yet. But when the first season of the show came out, that's when it was added. So, yeah. And yeah, in the pilot version of Illy, she was supposed to have shoes, but I thought Crocs would be cool. And no, I didn't inspire the picture that my little cousin took with SpongeBob because she was wearing Crocs. I've been added the character Crocs before she met SpongeBob. So yeah. So about Illy. Like I said, she likes to ballet dance. She's nice. She's a good girl. She likes to kind of laugh at him since she doesn't like to tease him. She just likes to laugh. She's mistaken, okay? Because she's little. She's younger than Clennard, even though she's younger by him just 1 year. But she doesn't know any better, like I say, because she's a kid, a little kid. So she do that because she see her brother do that, and she just like to copy what people do. Like she like to copy what her parents do and her big sister, not because to make them mad, but she's mistaken. And sometimes Clennard makes Illy mad, and Illy gets annoyed by Clennard, just like Himson. But Illy and Clennard, they love each other because they're siblings. And Illy loves Himson too. Illy knows what Himson is trying to say, and Illy feel bad for him and likes Himson. Illy likes to play. Illy and Clennard, they like to play with Himson. Like for example, this picture, Illy riding on Himson's back like he's a horse. And another fun fact, that's what my little cousin do to me. She would get on my back and treat me like I'm a horse. I'd be like, I'm not a horse. Can you please get off of me? Like I'm not a horse. But you're little, so I can see that. Little kids, they like to use their imagination. And yeah. And also, the reason some of the characters' shapes of their head changed is because I didn't want them to look exactly like Himson's head. Because usually, like years ago, when I made characters, I made them have like circle heads. Well, there's some shows of characters that have different cartoony shaped head bodies. And thanks to Rugrats, like I seen the character's head and it's way different. For example, Tommy has a weird crush circle head. Chucky just has like a smaller oval head because of his big hair. Phil and Lil's head looks like potatoes, and Angelica just has like a round bowl, and that's why I changed it up. So yeah, Illy is nice, and she loves her parents, her siblings, and Himson. Oh yeah, and sometimes Clennard and Illy argue. And yeah. Alright, next character. Oh yeah, hold on, not next character. I want to talk real quick. And I want Clennard and Illy to be popular too, just like Himson. Because there's some characters who are popular than the main characters. For example, Patrick, people like Patrick more than SpongeBob. And that's why he got his own show, the Patrick Star Show. Yoshi got his own video game, and he first appeared in Super Mario World, and he got his own game like Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Story and Super Mario World 2, or I forgot what you call it and stuff. And Donald Duck had his own show too. For example, the Three Caballeros and DuckTales. So I want Clennard and Illy to have a show too, just like Himson, because Himson is a main character in the issue. Or maybe they can be the main characters too, but it's kind of Himson. So yeah, okay, let's move on to the next character for real. This is Tina, and this is her color. So Tina, she was inspired by Lori from the Loud House, not one of my families. She's a chill girl. She just be on her phone a lot. She get easily annoyed with her sister and brother, but they're just little. But she loves them. She loves them. She babysits them. She takes care of them. And then when Himson came, she takes care of Himson too because she's the oldest. and she see Himson also as a brother to them. She'll protect those three from danger, and sometimes she get into an argument with her parents, but she still love her parents, and she's just chill. She's just chill girl. This is Lusa. She's the mother of Clenner, Illy, and Tina. This is her color, and this is her outfit. That's the color of her cooking outfit when she cooks for her kids and Himson, since Himson came. But she cooks and stuff. She doesn't have a job. She loves her kids and Himson. She protects them and Himson, and she love her. She love their dad. Oh, I could just say her husband because they got kids now. And Enon and Lusa seen Himson as their own kids too, and they take care of him too. They're nice. They're really nice. This is Enon, and he is the father of Clenner, Illy, and Tina. He has a job. He works. Yeah. He loves his kids and Himson. He sees him as his son. He was inspired by Riley's dad from Inside Out. This is his pajamas. And he protects his kids, Himson, and his wife. This is his work outfit when he goes to work. And he loves his wife. And this is his color too, by the way. This is Lack. And this is his color. And, yep. Yeah, this is his model and stuff. So, okay. So, Lack is Himson's best friend. They talk to each other, and even though they talk to each other at school, or when school is over, they be hanging outside and waiting for their parents to come pick them up. This is his color of his jacket and book bag. And yeah, he talks to Himson when Himson is sad, mad, or just happy. He's a good friend. He's a good friend to Himson. Himson has a good friend. He's nice. Totally nice. Oh yeah, I forgot he was inspired by me. So yeah. Next up is Solar, and he was also inspired by me. He is Lack's big brother. He loves his brother very much. They make good brothers, and he would do anything to protect his little brother. He's a protector since he's the oldest, and he's nice. The next character is Enlil, and this will be his color. So Enlil, he's nice, but he's stupid. He's cousins with Clenner and Illy. He's actually cool. He's actually cool with Himson, and his brother is Laka, which we'll be talking about next. So this is Laka, and this is his color. So Laka, as you can see, he is holding a spoon, and he has a spoon shirt. He doesn't like forks because it's too sharp. He is brothers with Enlil, and he's actually cool with Himson. They're friends, and he's also the cousin of Clenner and Illy. And when Himson asked him, "Why do you like spoons so much?" Laka said, "Because it's a fun toy." And yeah. This is Lenwin, and this is his color. And fun fact about Lenwin, I inspired the stuff he does. The stuff he does was inspired by the bullies who did it to me when I was at school. So Lenwin is Himson's bully. Himson is since he see Himson really triggered a lot, he likes to tease him a lot. But before Himson came to school, Lenwin makes fun of everyone, saying, "Ha ha, you're stupid," like making fun of people. And he'd be like, "Bro, what is your deal? Like, leave me alone." And he get fights with people, like he likes starting fights. He wins at those fights. And then once he fought a lot of people, and he never gives up. Once he fight a lot of people, he thinks he's the king.
of fighting people, and he think he do whatever he wants at school. But when Himson came, Himson teach him a lesson. He taught him a lesson, beat him up, and knocked him out. And Lenwin still bully Himson. He just mad and jealous that Himson's a good fighter. And Himson don't care. Every time when Lenwin keeps bothering him, Himson beat him up. And Lenwin always lose. So yeah. This is Miss Gunther. This is her color. She is Himson's teacher, and no, she was not inspired. I not inspire her to look like the teacher from the Magic School Bus. So Miss Gunther is a nice teacher. She helps Himson sometimes when he needs help. She protect Himson's from bullies or people who be rude by saying, like, when they bother Himson, she tells them to go to the principal's office right now, and they go to the office. Sometimes Miss Gunther and Himson get into an argument, but Miss Gunther care about Himson because Himson is a good kid, and he is Miss Gunther's favorite student. This is Sierra. This, and like I tell you, she is Himson's mom. So Sierra, I already tell you, she's very protective. She loves her son so much, like to death. And she was inspired by my mom, because my mom loves me. They sometimes argue, but they get along. It's between both. Sometimes they have good days with each other. Sometimes they have bad days with each other. Yep. And also, this is the evolution of how I drew my characters. So, the first one, their eyes were close to each other, but I changed that because it was hard to make it look straight. While I was like drawing them, they kind of looked like it was looking left to right, and besides, it looked like their eyes look like they're from Garfield. So that's why I split it up, and yeah. Then the middle one, I have the same shape of the eyes, and I was like, you know what, it needs a little change. How about I added like circle eyes instead of like big cartoony oval eyes, and changed the shape of the head. And that's what I did. Now I changed the shape of the head, the eyes, and split up the eyes. Yep. Here, have a random drawing of Donald Duck. And before I end this video, I want to say, I would like to talk about what I'm scared of. You see, it's when I make shows, like we all know SpongeBob, we all know like Tom and Jerry, we all know the classic cartoons, and I wanted seeing those cartoons when I was little. I always had this deep down in my head that what if I become an animator? I want to make my own characters. I want people to like my own characters. I want to animate, and I decided to do that, and look what I got now. I'm drawing my characters, like all of them. But the thing is, when I make the show or a book and publish it, I have a weird feeling that people would think I might the people who had the same idea as mine, but they made it before I did. I don't, and they might like saying, "Hey, you copy what I did," but I never seen their show, book, or movie before, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know," and that makes me, and that has to like you have to take it down or get rid of it because you just copy somebody's idea. I don't want to rip off somebody's idea. I don't like that. I don't like ripping off somebody's idea because that's stealing somebody's idea. Besides, this show or book, it's gonna be a book first, that I made, it's kind of based on my life. Some of it was, some of them were not. But that's why I'm worried, because there's like a lot of ripoffs that copy popular shows. For example, SpongeBob have a ripoff called Coconut Fred's Fruit Island. Yeah, and look at this, bro. It looks exactly like SpongeBob, but if it take place on the island and not in the ocean. This dude, a coconut. Fun fact, Raul Paulson, yes, the dude who voiced Yakko and the other characters, he voice act the main character. Oh yeah, I didn't know this. He also voiced act Toodles when Toodles talked in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That blew my mind because I grew up watching that show. And for Itchy and for Tom and Jerry, they have one Itchy and Scratchy. Like, bro, The Simpsons making a parody version of Itchy and Scratchy. I don't like shows where I like comedy shows but like when Family Guy or The Simpsons or South Park make fun of characters, like copy what they did and put it in their show. I just feel like, hey, you kind of stealing the characters, even though you didn't make those characters. You're just trying to make jokes, but they're just doing it for jokes. Like some creators, you never know. They might like these shows. That's why they parodied it. It's not all about, oh, you parodied this show and I don't think you liked it. But I need to stop doing that because it's not a big of a deal. It doesn't make me that triggered. It just makes me annoyed. Because why can't you make your own comedy? You just have to add like cartoon jokes in it. Like you come up with a good one and stuff. But yeah, I'm just scared. I just have this weird feeling that when I make my book, somebody might have the same idea before I publish it. They might say, hey, you copied this, I'm gonna sue you. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that this your idea existed. I never seen your book, I never seen your show. I'm very sorry. Because if I never seen it before, then it's not my fault. How was I supposed to know? Like, it's not my fault. But yeah. And anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. This took a while. It's like it's a long minute because I really drew a lot. That's like I was like, okay, I need to stop from there because I just drew like a whole mountain of papers, bro. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and sorry for stuttering. I'm starting to look like Porky Pig. Sorry. But anyways, see you later, guys. Peace.